There are stories you hear, and then there are stories you feel. This is one of those. A woman lost her son in the blink of an eye. One moment she was holding his hand in a sunny park. The next he was gone. No screams, no struggle, just vanished. That was 20 years ago. Most people would have given up hope, but she didn't. She left the porch light on every single night. For 2 decades. And then one rainy afternoon, a young man walked into her life and whispered 7 words that shattered her reality. I think I might be your son. What happened next will stay with you forever. A truth that broke her twice. Sophia had once been a woman full of light, a kindergarten teacher, always smiling, always hopeful. Her son Adam was her whole world, a curious, bright-eyed 6-year-old who loved strawberry, cake with blue sprinkles and chasing pigeons in the park. That ordinary day started like any other. She took him to their favorite park, gave him a juice box, watched him run toward the fountain. She looked down at her phone for 1 second. When she looked up, he was gone. Police searched for weeks. Flyers were posted. Volunteers combed the woods. But no trace of Adam was ever found. Sophia's world collapsed. Her husband left, unable to deal with the grief. Friends stopped calling, but Sophia stayed. In the same house, same porch, same bedroom that still had his toys in place. She never moved on. Every year she baked his birthday cake. Every night she turned on the porch light, a beacon of impossible hope. 20 years later, she was working at a homeless shelter. It helped numb the silence. That's when she saw him. A young man, maybe 25, lean, quiet, his eyes locked on the wall of missing person posters. There was something about him. The way he stared at one photo in particular, the one of a small boy with a crooked smile. Sophia approached him. "Can I help you?" she asked. He turned and time stopped. His eyes, they looked exactly like Adam's. He hesitated, then whispered, I might be your son." She froze. "What did you say?" He looked down. "I remember a porch light that never turned off. A strawberry cake with blue sprinkles. A woman who sang to me at night." He followed her home. He moved slowly through the house like he knew it. His hand brushed the photo frame on the hallway wall. He pointed. "That's me, right?" She was trembling. He had Adam's scar above the eyebrow, the same dimple when he smiled. He sat at the kitchen table, staring at the fridge magnet shaped like a sunflower, Adam's favorite. He began to cry. So did she. But doubt is a heavy thing. Hope even heavier. She told him they needed a DNA test. He nodded, almost relieved. "If I'm not him," he said softly, "I'll leave. I promise." She waited 3 excruciating days. Could barely sleep, barely breathe. Then the envelope came. She ripped it open. Her hands shook. No biological match. It hit like a gunshot. Her heart broke all over again. She looked at him. "You're not Adam?" He stared at the floor. "No." She stood still. "Then why did you lie to me?" He broke. "Because I saw your story on a missing poster. I recognized the porch light in a local news clip. I've never had anyone. I just wanted to know what it felt like to be loved, even if it wasn't real." She should have been furious. She should have screamed, but she saw something in him. Not a liar. Not a con artist. She saw another lost child. She sat down, tears streaming. "You lied to me, but you also reminded me I still have love left to give." She reached out and held him. "You may not be my son by blood, but you made me feel like a mother again." He stayed. Days passed. Then weeks. He helped fix the garden, repainted the fence, learned how to bake strawberry cake. He started calling her Ma. Then one morning the phone rang. An NGO worker spoke urgently. "We believe we found your son, rescued from a trafficking network in another state. The DNA matches." She dropped to her knees. Adam, alive. She flew across the country. When she saw him, they both collapsed in each other's arms. But when she returned home, the boy who wasn't her son was gone. He left behind a note. "You got your real son back. That's all I ever wanted. Thank you for letting me be yours. Just for a little while. I'll never forget the light you kept on." If this story touched your heart, comment. Family is more than blood. Share this with someone who needs to believe again. Someone who's waiting. Someone who's healing. And don't forget to subscribe, because sometimes the most powerful stories aren't the ones that end perfectly. They're the ones that make us feel human again.